Hello everyone and welcome back to another Let's Show. I'm basically going to be showing one of my, I'm going to be showing a few of my bases on Planet Crafter. Now, most of you have seen like videos of this and seen early versions of me like building this up and such. Some of you may not. So yeah, this is a series that I am actually doing. Like, I'm trying to do it on a weekly basis, but obviously I've got other videos and such like that. But yeah, you will actually see in the future how this is all built up, how this all gets to, you know, to point A to point B and whatnot. So in the videos to come, you won't see all of this exactly. You will see like just me building it all up from, you know, from its desert like and up to the green state. I'm not fully upgraded on it all now, but I thought I'd just show you what I've done so far and etc. Now, as you can see, this here is the heat area, computer area, living area, call it what you will. This was one of the first bases I constructed. It started off as a small, tiny little base, a few little things and such, and then, well, Bob's your uncle. I ended up, or in my case, Bob's my dad. I ended up making it a little bit bigger. All it was just like a little small box, like so. I'd say about just the size of this, like 3 boxes and such, and then it just went and expanded onwards and so forth. Because yeah, because of stuff and I needed. Obviously, I started to add things like the biolabs, biodomes, and such like that, and etc. etc. And obviously, in some of the early videos, you didn't see the blue sky, you saw the red sky and such. But that, you know, like I said, in the future videos, you are going to be seeing how this all came to be and so forth. Even me having this green area, like the biodomes with the trees and such, and how I actually updated my bases and how it all evolved into what it is. But if you want to see the other videos prior to this, then, you know, like how it all first was built and such, then by all means you can look back at them. I do have them in like a Planet Crafter playlist and such, so you can look at it there. Now this is obviously base 1. I will show you base 2. I'm not going to show you every single thing that I've lit up, but I'm going to show you just the main bases that I use. I will try and do it in order. Obviously this here is like little shit. You know what, I may as well just show you all the little bits and bobs I built. So I may as well show you the little shed that I built over here with the extractor, the sulfur. So this is going to be a little bit of a long video, so brace yourselves. Sit back, grab a snack, whatever you. Obviously this mission won't come up until like later and such, so yeah, again. And obviously you notice that this planet is a lot more greener, a lot more vibrant than what it was before. Yeah, this is my little shed area where I just store random bits and bobs. It's also my mining area for mining things like sulfur, and I keep finding things like this and so forth, but I'm not going to cut to yet because I'm not actually playing the game, I'm just showing. Obviously I've got my extractor here that extracts like all the sulfur. It's always handy to have a few extractors. I haven't got the extractor Mark IIs, but I can guarantee you that they will, and this one's doing the job. Whoop, yep, it's doing its job. Obviously I will empty that when I start playing it again. I'm not going to show everything in order, so I'm going to just go and try not to get lost. That's why I have beacons all over the show in different colours, because it's like, it helps me to know which is what is what, and etc, etc. And look at that, you've seen the water coming up here. You know, you've seen all the evolution. Even the caves has like things like evolving and such. I will show you the red cave. I call it the red cave. It's where you get the what do you call it? Iridium. There we go. And yeah, this jetpack actually helps out a lot. Again, you will see me how I built the jetpack and that. Obviously, you will see how this area gets flooded and that. How it went from desert to green. In here is where I get my iridium. There's one of my extractors should be just up here, which is extracting iridium. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible so I don't bore you all to death. Although some of you are probably saying, oh jeez, shut up. Nah, that's a joke. As you can see, there's like things like, oh, you can climb that. Didn't know that. I'm not going to climb it yet because that's going to be saved for another video. But yeah, you get stuff like that. Like I said, you will see it going from point A to point B. This is going to be a long series, so it probably be not as long as Subnautica, because Subnautica is a little bit longer, but and plus this one's, well, in its alpha stage at the moment, so they're still adding stuff to it. Whereas the Subnautica, the first Subnautica and Below Zero practically finished projects that's done. I've still got to upload some more Subnautica Below Zero videos. I'm trying to decide where and when to upload them without it colliding with all the other videos. I realised when I put too many videos together, it did actually hit me hard, because I realised that some of you just didn't like that, and it was like, it's a bit too much for you. So I do apologise for the multi videos at times and so forth. I try to limit to 2 a day at least, or at least, you know, no more than 3, because I don't want to overwhelm you with too many vids. But just so you know, you're not obliged to watch them, or you just, it's a choice. It's a choice. You can either watch them or you don't have to. Now here's where, like, I've got all my nuclear resources here, my heat resources, my plant growing things, and you see a lot of these plant things scattered across all over the planet. You mostly see my heat stuff and my nuclear stuff or power resources mostly at the bases, because yeah, and same goes with the drills, or sometimes I will scatter the drills all over the planet, but I like to try and keep things nice and tidy. So I'll mostly scatter these across the planet whenever I can. Base number 3, reason why this is base number 3, because this was the 3rd one I built. Now it did start off on a little small thing like just this down below and such, and then eventually I built a top thing up here, went into the computer room with the effigy that looks like a, you know, I'm not going to go into details about that. And then things started to evolve from here, where I put all the heaters in here. I still got to know what the DNA thing works, you know, how that all works. I was still figuring it out. Here is my lab again. Now, you could easily say, why didn't you not put that at the base? I was like thinking, yeah, I may as well keep it here, because, you know, it gives me an excuse to go from base to base, you know, base hopping in it. Plus, here makes a good farm, so I can actually mix all this to make my, you know, chemistry and such that. And plus here is near the algae wall as well, so it helps. These cupboards are just full of, you know, all the veg and such. So, you know, stuff that I can mix together or just basically eat. I've got to climb down. I know I'm running low on water, so we'll grab some water. Now, at every base, I do always have a, you know, like a water catcher thing or something like that. Although, not, do I have it at every base? I'm trying to think. But as you can see here, there's algae growing here from these algae catchers. Not algae catchers, these algae growers. I need to spread them out a bit more just to make it look a bit more lively, just to add a bit more thing. But it's getting there slowly but surely. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go to every like beacon spot, because that green spot is where my what do you call it? Uranium is, and I need to build a Mark II excavator and such to excavate that. Same goes with my osmium and such like that. And as you can see here, there's a lot more greener here, a lot more flooded here. This is base number 2, and the reason why this is base number 2 because I built this second because it was close to the aluminium area, which actually helps me out a lot. I've got an excavator here that excavates the aluminium. I will show you the insides of the base. It's basically just the basics, you know, standard base. So it's not that big, not that small, it's just, you know, just right. So it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Obviously I've got all my storage stuff here, you know, full of stuff. Got my little nuke generator there. Got my little water catcher here, which works wonders. I better actually grab some of that. And, see, what all is life, people. I know if life is here to see her, she'd be like, life is life. She's a little gem shoes. Anyway, I'll show you where my excavator is. You can put the excavator anywhere in here and you're still guaranteed to get yourself some aluminium. Some people recommend having 2 or 3. I'll just only put 1 here, and it gives you, you know, a certain amount of aluminium, but at least it helps you in the long run. I will show you the, what was the next base? This is yellow base, so I may as well show you the orange base, which is the base number 4. Again, this one I over-exaggerated, put it on stilts because I thought, oh, the whole place was going to flood, you know. And it turns out that I over-exaggerated. And as you can see, there's still a lot of desert on this world. So I've still got much terraforming to do, but it's getting it. And as you can see, there's plants growing over the ships. I just only noticed that. Wow. That is actually pretty cool. I'm just seeing this for the first time, and that looks actually pretty, absolutely cool. That is sick. And I rarely ever say that word. That looks so awesome. And you got these little, oh man, I love the desert. But yeah, here's base number 4. Obviously it's got its green light, you've got your high powered generator there, and yes, you may think that's odd where to put it, but still, you can't put one of these inside because they're just too big. And then you got inside here. Now originally it was just this part and that part, and then I just, you know, built the lockers like this, and then I just expanded. I still got much to do. I've got, you know, got the food growing here, I've got to put a bed in here and all that lot. So I am turning it slowly into a place to live in and such. Yeah, I can be quite inventive in my ways. And yes, I always try to make it make sense by putting them on platforms like these, just so it looks like it's supported and so forth. Now for the, where is the other one that I actually put? Was it the... I know there was another base. Ah, there it is. It's that one. Not the green one, but the one that looks like a purpley colour. I think while I'm flying over here, I may as well show you where the uranium is, because, yeah. If you wonder what that white beacon thing is, that's the point of interest that I still got to do in one of the missions. So, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm halfway through this or even nearly at the end of this. I don't know. But either way, I'm getting there. And this is my, I know I said I wouldn't show you it, but this is where my uranium spot is. And now we'll need to put a excavator Mark II in here so I can gather that up, because excavators Mark I cannot dig up rare ores, and uranium is a rare ore, which I didn't know that, because I keep launching rockets into space and getting it. But there we go. Now this base here is the other base that I discovered along the dead wreckages of a dead base, and I put this here just so that I can actually, you know, check out the area and such, in case it was a point of interest. And plus I thought, you know what, it'd be a good area to build a base, just so that this area is remembered. And plus I want to see, you know, what happens here, because you've got all this foliage growing here, and it's all happening so quickly. It's like, Christ on the bike, this planet evolves really quickly. Once you get all the equipment up and that, it's just really fastly growing. I mean, that's not my pod, that's some other poor soul's pod. But when you see everything all being covered in like the moss, the green, such, it's like, wow, you know. Yeah, that's one of my drills I've got over there, just to keep the planet going. And of course this is only just a small base, tiny base. I still got to work on this, but this would be what base are we up to? 5, is it? Yeah, as you can see, it's just only a temporary thing. Little food storage here, little you know, obviously little maker thing, crafted station here, and etc, etc. But obviously I will make it a little bit more bigger, a little bit more better, and etc, once I've got, you know, the layout here. But this is just all I've done so far. Obviously this is not my mess, this is some other poor souls. As I said, this is a dead base, you know, and I do mean dead. The poor bastard didn't stand a chance, where me, I was like, ended up with all the luck. Smart, innit? But like I said, this game is in its early stages, and it is a wonderful game to play. Do I recommend it for anyone? Like I said in many of my videos, yes, yes, and 100% yes. It is a good game to play, and yes, at first when you start it takes a while for it to terraform, but once you get into that terraform stage, it's like, whoa, you know. So when you start getting into that terraform stage, you like looking at it and going, wow, it's so quick, everything's evolving so quick, and you start to come across all sorts of kinds of new things and see new things. Like you see this, for example, which I didn't see before, and then you come out to there, which I've never seen before. So, you know, you see all of this evolve before your very eyes. You either get you start off with a red sky, obviously, you know, everything's all red. You like, it feels like that you're on Mars and such like that at first, and then it starts to, when you start terraforming, you start to see it change. Now, like I said, I'm not even near the complete stage of it, and that's handy to know there's osmium there. As I said, I'm not near the complete stage of it. I'm only near the, I'm not sure if I'm halfway, quarter way there, but then again, the people, the developers do plan to add more into the game. You know, they plan to add things into the game to make it even more interesting and such. So this is just probably, you know, just the pinnacle of what you're evolving your planet into, and etc, etc. I mean, you get access to new areas as things melt. You get access to new areas as things evolved, and etc. They keep introducing new things and such, and it's all really good. But yeah, this is my little let's show, let's tell of my bases and such. I know it's not a lot, and I apologise that it's not a lot compared to Subnautica, but like I said, this is just only like either halfway through it or a start. But once I've done the update of this, I'll gladly show you more. But I hope you enjoyed the little let's show and let's tell. And if you want to see any more videos and such, and I can promise you I will get round to the other videos. I mean, I'm still doing more Subnauticas and still more doing arcs and such like that. And for all you Star Trek lovers, I'm still doing that as well. And whatnot. So don't you worry. I'm still doing this and that. And to all you retro lovers, I'm still doing retro stuff as well. So don't worry. None of that's been forgotten and that. It's just that I'm juggling it at the moment. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed what I've done so far. And I look forward to doing more of this. Till then, you all take it easy and peace out.